Hello, YouTubers, and welcome back to another episode of Slicey Boy Saturday here on the Ohio Patriot Education Network YouTube channel. I'm, as always, your host, the Ohio Patriot, and for today's episode, we're going to talk about a bad crossbar lock knife, or access lock, whichever you want to call it, an OK fixed blade, and then some interesting camping goodies. So, to start out with, we have this one that I picked up recently from JSWS. It was on sale a couple weeks ago. And I gotta say, very disappointed with this company. Obviously, it has a magnetized opening for their box. Just in the box like that. No plastic wrap around or anything like that. The issue I have with this knife is it does not want to function properly for an access lock, crossbar lock, because it should be easily flipping out, and I'm pulling this tab all the way back, and it's not doing a damn thing. So the fact that I paid I think it was like 16 on sale, and the fact these are 26 normally is absolutely fucking ridiculous. They're not worth that kind of money, especially when they do not function properly. And when you can actually get it out from the thumb studs, it's an actual nice looking knife, but not when it won't, properly function and do its job too. Like literally, tabs are all the way down, and it's still not doing anything. Like you have to push it back. So I'm not sure if this is like an issue of just needing to be oiled, or if it's an issue where it just needs to be like pin rotated or something. But like that is ridiculous, and especially with the price point they're charging for these things, that should be easily able to flip out and flip in. So you shouldn't have to use these little thumb studs on the side to do anything with it. And it feels like a quality knife too. Like that's the sad part. Like I could easily see liking this company if they had made a better knife to send out to me. But the fact that it's like their quality control is like obviously not there, and you can literally pull the thumb studs all the way back and it doesn't do anything to move it at all, is just absolutely ridiculous. Like for a crossbar lock and access lock, like there's definitely something up with this. Like I said, I don't know if it's a them needing to oil it issue, if it was them needing to just like either do the pivot pin in like one more notch, or maybe do it one less notch, or what. I haven't really fucked with it yet, but I will do that here in a couple days probably. So I don't know. I just feel very disappointed with this one, especially for the price point. So anyway. Because other than that, like I said, it could be a decent quality knife. It's just when the deployment is not there, like I'm not going to sit there and basically blow a company is what it is. I'm going to give you an honest opinion is what it'll be then. Honest review of these things. Speaking of honest reviews, I got this one about maybe a month ago. It's a old Calamus Titanium. This is like a 440C or something like that. Interesting setup here. You got your little button press on the sheath. Obviously, the sheath itself, it's pretty sturdy. Like it doesn't really super fall out immediately. You gotta shake it a little bit. Interesting little knife. I think this is around 15 or 16 as well when I got it. It feels good in the hand. Like it's a rubberized handle, obviously, but it does feel good in the hand. Gives me a full grip. The only thing I would change with this one is I would actually do the jimping on here a little bit different. Maybe do a little bit closer together for like a better strike. But other than that, like it's not a bad knife. I could easily see taking this out into the woods and either using it to like chop some kindling down, or like do some stuff with this, what it is there around the fire and stuff like that, or even use it for like a fish gutting knife or something like that if I needed something for that. So yeah, like it's pretty decent. Feels good in the hand. Cuts pretty good. Like I said, the only downside is the low grade blade material being only 440C instead of something other than that, whether it be you know, Oz 10, whether it be D2, whether it be DC 53, something like that. But, you know, overall, not bad. And, you know, just a basic, everyday beater basically is what it is there. So, this episode is probably going to be under 10 minutes today. There's only two other things I want to talk about, which is the camping goodies. So I bought a thing online, and I was actually quite pissed how it came in, because it came in busted like that. So I'm not sure if that happened in the factory, if it happened in shipping at one of the Amazon warehouses, what it was. But basically what it is it is a 3-in-1 fork, spoon, and knife. Oh, that's fucking even nicer. Pulling this out now, the little handles are coming off. So, yeah, I'm going to have to send that back for sure. Yeah, it just came right off. I don't know if that's the glue that was holding them together or what it was. Well, let's see if the other one's just as bad or not. This was I think it was $8 or $10 for a 2-pack of them is what it was. But yeah, that's completely disgusting to have that just fall apart on you like that. So I think this is still under warranty right now. Check the other one now and see if that's the same. Oh, that's still the same. Yep, you can already feel them falling off right now. Jesus Christ, companies, like, this is the problem with made in China shit though, dude. Like, they're not doing what they need to do to basically keep it together. It is there. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Because first of all, they shouldn't be glued in place. They should be screwed in place. Alright, well, let's just take these off for the time being, I guess. See if this actually doesn't fall apart on me when I'm opening it up then. So yeah, it's supposed to be a fork, knife, spoon combo. So you got your knife, or you got your fork or spoon to eat with, and you got your little blade in there too. Yeah, it almost seems like they just like made like the shittiest glue possible for these. So blade doesn't even feel sharp at all. Just making sure this isn't rusted out or something in the middle. That's very disappointing, I'm not going to lie, because I was really looking forward to taking these out and using them at some point in the summertime. But I don't know if they're going to be all just like crappy, basically, and not even held together properly. Yeah, because you could easily have like right in here, you could easily have like a screw or something that holds the shit in place on both sides. That's really disappointing, dude, especially for, like I said, like I think it was like a $10 set or something like that. So, yeah, makes sense why the box was busted open like that, but not that be the case. Because they probably didn't do a very good job manufacturing wise. This is again why we need to stop using China for everything and start making this shit in America by Americans for Americans, etc. And then finally, last thing I want to talk about that came in this crazy little blue container here was I believe this is a 5-in-1 fire starter multi-tool combo. So you got your little fire starter piece right there, which is also a small little 0 to 50 millimeter scale thing. Got some paracord on there. What's cool about this is you got your little compass on the back there. And then it is a flashlight on the front. And then when you start unscrewing certain pieces on here, It just does unscrew in a bunch of different places. You have a emergency whistle in this piece, and then you unscrew the top chunk here is what it is. You got a window breaker, which is fairly sharp. And then in the middle one here is your fire starter, which is what the scraper piece here is for. So pretty cool overall. This was like, I think 11 or 12 on Amazon. There's a bunch of different ones that are around the same price point, but I ended up getting, what's this company called? AB Urex, I think is how you pronounce it. There's the name of it right there. But yeah, overall, pretty interesting. Pretty cool little deal. The fact that you got a whistle, fire starter, a compass, a flashlight, and a window breaker in there is very nice. And this is definitely something I would take with me if I was going out to the woods, just because you never know, man. You never know what's going to happen. You never know what's on the horizon. And there's a lot of crazy shit going on in this country anymore that, you know, even you go on like a quarter of a mile off of a regular walking trail, you can end up being like one of those 401 people and stuff like that. So, yeah, I'd much rather not be a missing 401 case. And if I was going to go out in the woods, I would definitely take something like this with me, is what it is. Just to have something to where it would be like a backup to my backups, is what it is. Obviously, smartest thing you do, which is what I do, is I always carry a lighter on me, no matter what. But having a fire starter backup is always nice. And then, you know, the fact that it also like doubles as a flashlight and as a emergency whistle. And, you know, God forbid you got to break through a window of some kind or something for some reason. Like maybe you forgot your keys in your car or something like that. Or, you know, again, this is a nice thing to have on you anyway, just because it's one of those situations where you never know if you're going to, you know, come upon a, you know, baby in a hot car kind of situation, some spring or summer. So it's a pretty big deal, though, to have like something that large on you, though, because it is fairly big sized. That being said, I mean, obviously you could use it in like a day pack or something. That's what it is, or like a fanny pack or something if you want to carry a fanny pack with you. And like I said, the fact that it also has a compass on the back is really nice too. So as long as you know how to, you know, read your north, south, east, west, like you're pretty good. Trying to make sure this is even working properly. It looks like it is. Yeah. Anyway, that's about it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed this short and sweet Slicey Boy Saturday. I will be back sometime next week. We'll probably do another grandstand like Monday, Tuesday. And then most likely it'll just be the regular shows on Friday and Saturday then. I think next week we'll talk about a fixed blade or something probably, or something similar for that matter. If I can find, I was going to do one on the Work Pro, little hawkbill knife that I got recently, but I couldn't find it today. So if I find it by next week, I'll do that as one of the ones, and then we'll do some other stuff too as well. But yeah, overall, like I said, that JSWS company is definitely, they need to get their quality control under in check and actually fix their shit, because it clearly is not working. And especially when you're not on sale, you're one of the higher price point access lock blades on the market right now. There is absolutely no reason to have that be an issue. So yeah, whether it be them hiring better workers, whether it be them just fixing their equipment to work properly or whatever, to actually make it so that those will deploy when you actually pull the tabs, who knows? But either way, it's very disgusting. And like I said, the fact that this is like one of the first knives I've had like that just doesn't deploy at all. It seems like is absolutely ridiculous. So this is why I tend to trust companies like Flessa more. This is why I tend to trust companies besides them that are on the market that I've checked before and stuff like that and had good, things with like RIT and stuff like that. So anyway, I did want to mention something too. So I know I mentioned that 3-pack of the little RIT knives that are the neck knives and stuff like that kind of look like little mini K-bar knives here. I think it was last episode. I did use one of those to cut a pork chop last week, and I'll tell you what, it sliced through it very well. It was very, very good for that purpose. So yeah, that could easily double as a like campfire knife for like some meat cutting and stuff like that is what it is. But yeah, other than that though, that's about it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see y'all in the next one. And hopefully Honda will do a chat tomorrow night so we can chat and do some stuff and whatnot and discuss what's going on now is what it is after Black Friday and everything. And there's obviously a lot of news to talk about now, whether it be the, various terror attacks happening in this country or whether it be the continued criminality of just, certain races and stuff like that. But anyway, till later. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Stay safe. Stay vigilant. Always be carrying. And if you're out in the woods, make sure to have something like this with you, man. Because you never know. You never know if you're going to be in a situation where you need to have like an actual whistle with you to signal to people. So either way, it is what it is. Like I said, for, $11, $12, like it's worth it to get something like this, honestly, dude. But yeah, till later. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Later.